Today is Tuesday, what is today? April 21. And my name is Vicki Parsons with My Paper Connection. And I am going to be making some beautiful cards from Hydrangea Haven. And, I'm a part of a design team. And once a month, we choose a particular bundle focus. And we fairly simple cards. And so I'm going to be making some from that tonight. I would love for you to tell me who you are and where you're from. And everybody that does that will have their name go in a pot for a drawing. So I would love to communicate back and forth with you. So the annual catalog is out. Well, I have it. It's actually going live on May 4th. And it's the 20, I almost said 1920. It's the 2021-2022 annual catalog. And there are some fantastic things in this. If you don't already have a demonstrator, you would like to get your hands on one of those catalogs, please let me know. I'd love to send one to you. Also, we have until the 10th to sign up for the So Cool Paper Pumpkin for May, I think it is. So be sure to do that. You can sign up for that at my website, mypaperconnection.com. A couple other things I want to tell you about, and I'll mention this again. Hey, Suzanne from Canada. Oh, yay. That's fun. Okay, so I have the flowering cactus. This is my next online card class, and you need to sign up by April 21st. You get 6 different card kits. And you get a half of a pack of the flowering cactus refill kit. The kit itself is $36. Then you have to add on tax and shipping. I'm selling my kit for $25, and you get a half a pack of that. So that will be on my website tomorrow. Okay, that's one more thing. I am doing a paper share. I'll have more information about that on my website in the next couple of weeks, and I'm also doing an In Color Club. Okay, enough sales. Let's get started playing. I think I have everything on blocks, so let me get this out of the way. I am going to flip us down, and we are going to get started. Hey, Connie. Thanks for joining me from Minnesota. Yay. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, and I do have to put my glasses on for this. I always forget to do that, and then I'm like, what is going on? Why can't I see? Silly, right? Okay, so this is Seaside Spray, and out of all of the in colors that are going away, this is my sad face, because this is my favorite of the 2019-2021. My favorite. I love blue. And so that's 5.5 by 8.5. And this is Misty Moonlight, which is my favorite of the 2020-2022. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just take a little blue. And I'm using the Hydrangea Haven. And this is, I believe, 2 3/4. I don't know. I forgot. And I actually won't have the measurements on for this, because this is a PDF type thing. I'm not getting my glue out, so hold on. It's a PDF thing that we give to our customers, and if you purchase something, which Connie, I can actually send you that PDF, and you'll be able to make these and replicate these. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down. It's the same length, which I believe is 5.5. And it will go right here in the center. Super, super, super easy card. But before I do that, I do need to put my ribbon on. This card was actually designed by Melissa Kerman. She's on our team of designs. And this is just a really pretty card. I don't think that well, yes, she did. She had the stamp set for it, but I don't think she had the dies. So she made it a very simple card, and it is so pretty. I really, really like it. All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, I probably could complain, but there would really be no point in it. Yes, you enjoyed making them, Connie? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. I recognize your name from the from having purchased it, and I really appreciate it. I I had fun making that one, and I just love those Dandy Garden specialty papers. And you have a lot of them left that you can do other things with. Okay, super simple here. And then she used this one of the smallest stitched nested labels, and I think, yeah, she used the Misty Moonlight, and I'm making this one exactly as Melissa made it. Let me get my, sometimes I forget to use this, but it works so much better when you do. So hopefully this is the right size. Okay, there we go. I smudged it a little, but I think it's going to be okay. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back side. And I just dropped, I don't think I can actually accomplish getting through one live without dropping something. I do it all the time. My table is a stand-up table. It's really meant to be a like a breakfast table. It actually opens out, and whenever I have live events that there's a lot of people, I will end up pulling it out in the center of the room and opening it up, and it's perfect for that. When I have more than 10 people or so, I open it up and have 3 tables set up. I'm actually holding my first live event since January, this Thursday night. I'm really excited. I have missed everybody so much. But our numbers went up so high with COVID that my husband was very nervous about me having classes, and he's like, I want to keep you around for a while. I don't want you to get something, and so please, if you don't mind. So I'm like, if you ask like that, goodness, I couldn't possibly hold a class asking like that, right? Thankfully, he doesn't require a whole lot of me, but and I don't require a lot of him. But that was just, I couldn't say no. Okay, isn't that pretty? This is the excuse me, the Seaside Spray. It's a metallic ribbon. It is so pretty. This was such a simple card. It's a great design. Melissa did a great job on this, and that is something that you could use. You could change it up with any designer series paper. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I'm actually thinking about doing this design at a class coming up. So I'm going to put that one to the side. The next one is a fun fold, and I'm not doing it exactly the way it was done, but I am going to do it pretty close. This one is made by my upline, which is Sandra Hernandez. She is my direct, and or I'm her direct now. Hold on a second. Let me grab this dimensionals. Hopefully I didn't moon you there. Okay. I keep freezing it up, Carolyn. Oh, I hope it stops. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with one piece of the Misty Moonlight. Again, my favorite color. And we are going to apply a piece of the Hydrangea Hill, I think is the name of the designer series paper. And we're going to put that right on the front here. I'm really trying to use my Stampin' Seal more so that I get more used to it. I tend to like to use Tombow more because I don't always put it down exactly right. And this is harder to pick up. But look at that beautiful paper. I love it. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I've already cut this. I cut it in a cube, and then I went from side to side. And I did the same but I did it a 1/4 inch smaller for this designer series paper. So I'm going to look back at these comments, Connie, and I will remind myself to send the PDF to you. So I forgot to do that. I am so sorry. Okay, now, excuse me. What you do for this is you just go along just the edge, around the edges of it, For this, I probably would use my Tombow, but you know when you don't use it for a few days, sometimes it will kind of gum up a little bit. Well, that's what happened. All right, so then you just go along the right or left-hand corner. It just depends on which direction that you want to go. And then I chose this because I told you I love blue. It's my favorite color. I love so many colors, and somebody asked me one time, gosh, I can't talk, what my favorite color was, and I really couldn't tell you. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I wear blue a lot. I love all shades of blue, and I don't love all shades of red, but I do love all shades of blue. So I'm like, it must be my favorite color. So that's what I'm going to go with. Let me grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss really quickly. Because I'm definitely going to need it. Okay, so this will go on the back side of here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hi, Aon. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'll put this right back here on this. Okay, then I have already done some of these little flowers. I wanted to show you how they work. So I'm going to get those out along with the stamp pads. And what I chose to do with this was I use a darker color, which I think I'll use the Misty Moonlight and do another one of the blues. And I'm going to just stamp the outline of the flower in the darker color, the Misty Moonlight. Okay. I need to use my pad again so that I get a good coverage. Then I'm going to use Seaside Spray, and there's I don't know what else to call it except like a blob. It's like a blob. And so I'm going to use Seaside Spray for my blob. And I'm just going to, it doesn't fit exactly, but as long as it's on the bulk of it, then you're good to go. And I'm going to cut that out. Now, one of the things I had already done, I don't know about you guys, but when I do card classes and they're live classes, sometimes I end up having extra of things. Let's see, which ones I'm going to use of that. I'm going to use this. Sometimes I have extra of things, and this is from the tiles, today's tiles or something like that, and I had several of these left over. So it's beautiful, and it looks almost like lace on the corners. So I thought that I would just use this for my sentiment, and I'm going to use the same color, the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to do my sentiment on here. Hopefully I have it straight. Yeah, I did pretty well on that. Yay. Okay. Put that to the side for a second. And now I'm going to, I forgot I need to do leaves. Leaves. I don't know. I'm going to do the leaf in Garden Green. Start it right there. And then I'm going to do the blob for the leaves in Old Olive. I just wanted there to be a variance of color. And I like these together. So the best way to do this, I think, is to line up the stems. And then it pretty much lines up the rest of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to cut these out. So let me put those to the side. I could have used my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, but I'm going to have to use my large one for something else soon anyway. For tonight, I think. I prepared all this yesterday. A lot happens in 24 hours, and I don't always end up remembering it because I'm just like busy and just getting it done, right? So hold on to that so it doesn't shift. Okay. I love these Stampin' Cut and Emboss. To me, I feel like it moves, it's not as difficult to crank through as the old Big shot. I like it a whole lot. All right. So where did my leaf go? Did you guys see what I did with my leaf? Well. Okay, I'm going to kind of put it in here to get an idea of how far it should go down in there. And let's see. I think I might put, let's see. I'll do it like this. Okay. So now it's just like arranging flowers. I don't know. I may not even need the extra set of flowers. We'll see. What I may do is just put this over here. If I ever find the other leaf, because it's got to be here somewhere, I'll apply that. But for the meantime, this is what I'm going to go with. So it was beautiful here today. The weather was like perfect, so pretty. And I think it's supposed to start raining on Thursday. It's going to be cooler tomorrow, but oh, there's my leaf. Okay, cool. It's supposed to, I think it was 82 today here in Georgia, and it's supposed to start raining Wednesday, but I think before it starts raining, it's going to be down to 77 tomorrow, which is still pretty, still not too cold. I'll take it. All right. I'm not in a hurry for it to get super hot. I'll just tell you that, because when it gets hot, it stays hot for a long time. And it gets hot down here. It gets hot earlier than other places, and it stays hot longer. My husband had to replace the pump on our pool, and it's nice and pretty now. He was gone for a month, and the pump went out on it right before he left, of course. And it was green. It was so green, and it looked like it had lily pads growing on it. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to overlap this just a little bit, so I'm not going to put it there on the edge. And I can see I've already gotten ink on myself. I think that I should, instead of using paper connection, I probably should have called myself the messy stamper, because I am that through and through. Hey, Carol. All righty. So I kind of varied mine up a little bit. Sandra used, I forget the name of this stamp, paper, I don't know, some newspaper thing. I don't remember the name of it. I didn't purchase it, so I didn't feel like I really needed to. I didn't really want it, so I didn't purchase it. But I needed something, so you know what? I'm going to go with that lighter color, since I only have a little bit of the purple in there. Put one there. I was glad to see that these are, they're carrying over to the new catalog. I love these. They're so pretty. Okay. All right, let me get that out of the way. Put that away. Now, isn't that pretty? And you can take it out and you can do your signature and all that kind of stuff on the back. Or you could put a bigger one on the back that people could sign. But I think that turned out so pretty. It's different. It's somewhat different than hers, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right, next one is, oh, this one was fun. And this one, I love it too. This one was made and created, designed, or whatever by Gloria Punkett. She is a fellow Georgian as well. And I actually was supposed to be a part of a stamp camp with her and 3 other sweet ladies from Georgia. We were going to be the Peach State Stampers. Because, you know, obviously we are the Peach State here in Georgia. And there was a conflict, because I'm actually going to do a stamp camp in June with my dear friend Patty Dolan, who lives in Florida. And so, anyway, I was not going to be able to do it. So I've already done 2 of these. I'm going to show you how to go about doing this. And I already have the stamp on here. Those colors are so pretty. So you're freezing up there, Carol? Yeesh, I'm so sorry. It was 33 here Sunday morning, Easter Sunday morning. So, you know, most people like to put on short sleeve or sleeveless or whatever with their Easter outfits and put their white on and all that. And not me. I had on a jean jacket over my dress for Sunday because it was just too cold for me. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I got this variegated look. And it's several of the different things, Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to go from, these are Night of Navy. Yep. Night of Navy, Dark Sea, the combo for Seaside Spray, and then Old Olive. It's not going to take as long as you think. So basically, where all of those points are, I'm just kind of doing like an X. I'll do it very quickly. It looks like it would be very difficult, but this is how I figured out how to do it. Because there's not a video or anything like that we do with this. So I'm just going to go along and do X's right there in the center. You can do whatever you want to, however you want it. But this will work with any color. It's best, I think, if you're using colors of the same family that can blend together. Although, I mean, if you did some pinks and added a little yellows in with it, that would probably be beautiful too. All right, so that's all I'm doing with that dark. Then I'm coming in with the light Night of Navy, and I'm just going to dot it. Let me use the other side though. I think that will work better. I'm going to dot it in here like that. Bump, 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 bump. See, this makes it much faster just dotting it. Okay, I'm trying to do this quickly. You can cover a lot of ground just doing these dots like this though, especially with that the brush side. I mean, I'm not even being super careful about it, but you're going to see it will turn out so pretty. I love blends. They are my favorite medium. Okay, that's it with the light Night of Navy. Now I'm coming in with the dark Seaside Spray. And again, I'm just going to go in and hit those areas on the petals that have not been touched already. And if you go outside the line, it's not that big of a deal. I'm actually going to cut this off, and I am going to, I don't even know why I did. I'll show you how I did that. Sorry, my ADD is pinging pretty well right about now. Sorry. I would hate for you to have to see the flurry that goes on in my head sometimes. I've had difficulty sleeping because my brain is not shutting off, and it's really quite frustrating. And so my doctor wants me to have a sleep study so she can see my brain activity. And I told my husband, I said, my brain may blow that thing up because this brain never stops. It's just, I wake up all night long, all hours of the night. By the way, this is the only one that I'm not dotting. I'm just going over the whole thing with it. I don't care if I go over the other colors. But yeah, I wake up all hours of the night and I am thinking, not even about important stuff. So anywho, thank you, Suzanne. I love these colors and I love how they all blend together so well. But you can see how fast it goes with just dotting it like that with the brush side. Okay, and then what I did, I'm not going to use this part. I'm actually going to cut that off. But I wanted to show you how I got this look. So I just went along the edges right here. And then I went like in here where the joints of them are, like that. Go a little bit further down. I'm using the bullet point with that. And then you just go back in and just fill it in like that and just kind of blend it around. And I like leaving a little bit of it not colored here and there because it really gives it an artistic look, as if you did. Okay, I just used it on there and I just went out the line, but you can see what I mean. If you see the white there, it really gives it an artistic look to it. So I love it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to cut that out. And we are almost done with the card. I went ahead and did the other ones so that it wouldn't take so long. And those I am using the leaves. I thought, well, maybe I could just go ahead and do a different color. And I'm like, nah, why wouldn't I not use blue, right? Okay, so now the one thing I did do different from her is on her design, she actually has, I don't remember what, let's see. I don't know if it's on there. Oh yeah, Stitched Whimsy. So she used the Stitched Whimsy dies, which does not cut out anything, but what it does is just leaves an etching around this, kind of like squirrely lines. I don't have those either. So what I did instead was I used the, here, I forget that you can't see that very well. I used the embossing folder that goes with the fine art. And it's really pretty, really pretty. Okay, so let's put this baby together. And the only thing we have left to do is do our sentiments. So I'm just going to cut this off right in here. And I didn't bring my little expandable bag over here for my trash. So I got quite a collection going on over here. And I'm just going to glue this one in place. I'm not going to pop it up. I don't think I did the little check mark the last time, so have to do that. Okie dokie. Stick this right in here. Okay. These I will put, whoops. Why didn't you guys stop me? Suzanne, you're doing the same thing, waking up, you know, I don't want to say my age or anything, but I think it has something to do with menopause. The lack of hormones, that and the ADD issues. My brain just does not shut off. So anyway, the fact that I get anything accomplished in a day is pretty doggone amazing. I'll just tell you. So go ahead and put them on here as well. I guess I didn't need to say that or talk about that because now everybody knows my business. But I feel like I'm just hanging out with friends, so there you go. All right, so I'm going to layer this one down first. I'm not going to put the leaves down just yet. I'm going to do it right about there like that. And then I will go ahead and do this. All right, I'm going to do this one down. I am going to come in like this so that they are kind of interwoven. I do have to do it where it won't go off the side much though. Okay, it's going to go off a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to use the small ones to go, let me see, yeah. See, I wonder if I can, I'm going to try it. I know, probably not. I'm not even completing my sentences, so sorry about that. That's what happens whenever you don't get enough sleep. I did a live with my team this morning for Tackle It Tuesday. Whenever the updates come out, I always do a live on our team page. And I could not make a complete sentence, I don't think, this morning. I'm like, you guys are just going to have to pardon my silliness because this is where I'm at. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Now I'm going to use my same little, although I don't think that's gonna, maybe what I'll do is that. Let's see. Let's see what sentiment I was gonna use for that. This may be too large. Hold on 1 second. Let me get mine. Where is the stamp set? I don't see it. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I will just make it work. Misty Moonlight. That is the ink pad for tonight. Okay. I'm just going to make it work somehow. Ooh, that's crooked. Yeah, it's okay. I'll replace it later. I just want to at least give you the idea of what that's going to look like. This is so pretty. I mean, it kind of looks like a plaster wall. I really like it. And the new catalog has a birch, I think, a birch embossing folder. And it is so pretty, but it is actually back ordered at the moment. So I wasn't able to get it this time around. Thank you. Yes, it would be a perfect card for Mother's Day. It would be. Let's see if I can kind of tuck it up under there somehow and make it work. What do you think? It's a little crowded. I'm not going to put that on there because I'm going to do one that's smaller. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and put the pretty holiday. I hope these don't go away anytime soon because these are so pretty. I love the blue, and I love that there's so many different really pretty colors in it. Yeah, I'll end up doing a much smaller sentiment, but those, oh my gosh, they are so pretty. I just love them. This is that embossing folder, and it's a really great one. All right, so on to the next card. Again, this one was by Gloria Punkett. Then the last one I'm going to do is the one that I designed, and it's going to have a little bit of watercoloring involved. So I thought it was really pretty, and I have already embossed this with the Tasteful Textiles, maybe, I think is the name of it. And I will go ahead and do my burnishing, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down as well. Okay, I must be doing something wrong. There we go. All right, then these are two pieces of the designer series paper from the Hydrangea Haven. Very, very pretty. And I'm just going to put some glue down the center of it on 3 pieces here. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's the way I'm holding it, I think, and I might be doing it too hard. Okay, put that right there. Oh, come on. Maybe if I lift up, maybe it'll do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Usually if I do a little check mark, it will work. I don't know why it didn't work this time. Okay, I'm just going to kind of put that to where we have almost the same amount on each side and then the same amount there. And then this is vellum that I have cut out using a stitched nested label. Before I do that, though, I am going to, I had paper. Let's see. I am going to cut out, I'm going to stamp and cut the whole thing, the hydrangea with the leaves. The dies for this are amazing. It you can actually get the like the pom-pom of the hydrangea cut out, and it has little holes, and you can pick them up, and they stand up, and they're so pretty. And I will be doing that on YouTube on Friday at noon because I featured this set this week. And I have gotten glue on my table. Okay, now for this one, let me get these out of the way. I am using Rococo Rose, and I'm using 3 colors: Rococo Rose, Flirty Flamingo, and Blushing Bright. And I'm going to start out with, did I, please tell me. Yes, I did, okay. I'm going to start out with the darkest color. I feel like it's easiest to do it with the darkest color first. I'm going to take a block, and I don't like I don't like my things to be messy, so I don't like squeezing them together, and I don't have that great of a hand strength anyway. So I'm just going to, and this is with a basic white, but I'm just going to dab it on there. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I do think I need to wipe a little bit off, though. I think it might be a little too much. Just kind of going to do the same thing. Yeah, it's important that you don't get too much of the ink on there because then it does that, and I did not want it to do that. But it dripped, so there you go. Okay. All right, so then I'm just going to take some of these, clean it off really well. Then I'm going to take some Flirty Flamingo and go back in there. And just kind of go, that's the darker color. Oh, goodness. It's okay, though. Just put a little bit more water on it, and it will help it to not be quite so dark. I think I've wiped off too much of it. I'm just kind of going around it. I don't know if I have the original that I did or not, but I'm not doing a very good job of this one, but it's okay. I love these pens, but let me tell you something. If you haven't used them yet, know that they don't open the way you would think. They open the opposite direction. I tried my best to open them, and I could not. And so I'm like, babe, can you open this for me? He got pliers, like locking pliers, and tried to open them, and neither one of us could get it to work. Then we realized that all you have to do is open it in the other direction, and it will work. So just to give you a little word instruction. This is coming out a little darker than my original one. Okay. And of course I forgot to bring my cleaner. What do you call it? The chamois. All right, so with this one, this is the Old Olive. And you know what? I don't want to do that just yet. I want to do my lines with the Mossy Meadow first. Also, if you haven't used them, this is all you have to do to clean them. They clean up so well. I love how when Stampin' Up! redid these, offered different ones, that they had 3 different sizes. Okay, so then you just kind of go along and you just hit those up, and you don't even have to be real precise because it is watercolor. And watercolor tends to be a little bit more artistic and sloppy. So if you don't get it perfect, it is not a big deal. That's drying up much better. I just wish that I had not let it drop there, but it's drying up much better than I thought it would. Okay. Now I'm using Old Olive. I'm going to come back in there. It's a little bit lighter color. And I'm just going to lightly go down the stem. There we go. And then I'll go in. Ooh, that's too dark. Need to add a little bit more water to it, I reckon. Okay. It will dry lighter though, so it's okay. All right. Go in here and just kind of whiz around there with some color. I made a mess tonight, didn't I? I like the two colors of that together though. It's really pretty. Okay. Put that to the side so I can be sure and wash that. Okay. I'm going to cut this out. Okay. And I'm going to cut this out really quickly. Okay. There we go. All right, so this I'm going to use with large dimensionals on the back. And I'm going to place it on my vellum first because as you know, or maybe you don't know, but if you put adhesive behind vellum, it will show through. So here's my, take your pick right here. So what I'll do is I will add adhesive behind where the flower's at. And then that way, you won't be able to see it. Before I do that though, I'm going to grab my crinkle ribbon. Yeah, I don't like my cover to be inky. I'm a little persnickety. My mama always called me nicey nasty. I guess you have to be from the South to know what that means, but I have always been like that. I don't like it, like, that's driving me crazy that all of that is on my hands. She said, "You are so nicey nasty." Yep, that's the right side. Okay, so I'll bring this together. I like to put, when I'm making a bow, I like to put a glue dot there because it is almost like having an extra hand. You know, like when you're tying something, sometimes you have to stick your finger down to hold it before you do your bow. Well, with a glue dot, you just do like that. Press it down in there, and then you can make your bow. And I like to go over. Now, some people will turn it upside down to do it. I don't have to do that. I just go up under and through the bottom. If I can grab it, yep. And I don't care if I make them huge. I just grab the knot and pull it down. I am going to waste a little when I cut this off, but there. All right. It makes it really easy to tie a bow when you have those glue dots like that. And I wanted to do that. I can cut that more off if I need to, but I wanted to do that before I put this on because I wanted this to go over, the stem to go over that. Okay. And this will actually come out around it like that. So just kind of perk it up. But you can see when you go over and go through like that, it leaves both your tails on the bottom. All right, I'm just going to use some glue dots on the back of this rather than gluing it. I think it's going to be easier, and I'm just going to put it right where my dimensionals are. It's going to add just a fraction of extra off, you know, to raise it. It's okay though. If I do it on all of them, it will be consistent, and that way it will work. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick this right here in the center. I really hate that that kind of looks murky right there, but y'all, it is what it is, isn't it? Okay, and then I am going to bring in my Rococo Rose again, since that's the color of my paper here. And I'm going to stamp the sentiments. I need to look for my little piece of. There it is, hiding right there. I try to pre-cut everything ahead of time so that you're not watching me. If some of it I had to do. Hopefully my head's not in the picture, but okay. Yep, perfect. And I'm going to use my minis behind this one because it's so small. This is actually a die that is a part of that Hydrangea Haven. There we go. And I'm going to put this right over here so that it kind of goes over. I'll lower it a little bit. Like that. Then I'm going to bring it, oops, not like that. That's crooked. Good grief, Vic. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to bring in these, and I have pretty much used all my pink ones. So I have another package, but I didn't realize I was this low on the pink ones. So I am going to just put one, I think, for right now, and then I'll grab the other ones. And I'll put them on later. And you'll see them on my website and on my Facebook. So this is, I did it way too dark, but this is the way it's supposed to look. And hang on a second, I'll show you. I think I got a little carried away. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one for those that may not have been here the whole time. Super easy. That is a great card for card classes because it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do it. Love this little fun fold. That's super fun. This one, actually, it's not mine, but I think it might be my favorite just because of those beauties. Wow. And then that one. And that is it. And I will get a copy of it out to Connie. And don't forget to check. I will be having my online card class. The sign up starts tomorrow and it ends on the 21st. So if you'd like to be a part of the class, let me know. Super fun. And I will be posting information about my paper share from the new catalog later in the month. And I'm also doing an in color club, which means for 5 months you get one, you get each color. You get all of the ribbons, the embellishments, the marker, the ink, and the paper 1 month. And then the next month you get the next color. And so it's 5 months you get to cover all of those. You get all of them in 5 months' time. So, and that will go on my website very soon as well. Thank you guys for joining me. It made it a lot of fun having you guys around to talk to. And I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks. Bye.